What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's Ju Gray here, and I am bringing you finally part 3 of my Should You Move Here, and this edition is in the Bay Area, California. So if you are interested in thinking about moving to the Bay Area, of course I'm going to go over the 4 things that are very important to me. It's going to be distance, food and culture, nightlife, and jobs. So stay tuned if you are interested. Y'all should always be interested. I lived in the Bay Area, I want to say like 7 years. I came in 8th grade and graduated. I stayed for 7 years because I did do my very first year of college in the Bay Area. So I lived in the Bay Area for 7 years. And then I spent some time in New Orleans, like 3 years in New Orleans. And I went back to the Bay Area for a year. So I've lived in the Bay Area a total of 8 years in my life. So in the Bay Area, it is huge, like Texas. It's very big, but very crowded. Texas has like a lot of open space, a lot of like drawn out space, like driving places. California is like jam-packed. It's so many people, and like the houses are so close together. It's like jam. As far as like the money in the housing, you have to live far out because it is so expensive to actually live in the Bay Area. To live in Oakland and to live in San Francisco, it's really expensive. So my parents actually moved further out. If I have some Bay Area people watching or California people watching, they moved further past Livermore, close to the Tracy area. And housing there is a lot cheaper. But they make their money in the Bay Area because they make great money. So the distance is extremely spread out as well. The distance, although things may seem close, they're actually like spread out, and there's a lot of traffic. Like I said, my dad, he does work in the Bay Area and he commutes in, and the traffic, it literally takes him like 2 hours to get to work because the traffic is so bad. It's just so many people. The next thing is the jobs. There is a great abundance of jobs in California, I would say. As an educator, for me personally, it's just my opinion, y'all. My opinion, as an educator, it would be really easy to find a job in California, especially with the Texas teacher's credential. I would be able to work in California as a teacher, and then they make great money. They make like a really decent salary, kind of close to Texas, if not the same as Texas, a little more than Texas. So the pay is really good. Again, like people ask me about jobs, and I only know the education field because that is the field that I work in. So as far as like nursing, or I don't know what else is out there, but other jobs, like I don't really know because that's not my field and I don't really research those things. I really only know education, and my parents are in education, so that's how I know there's like this influx of jobs for educators. The next thing is nightlife. So when I was living there, I was going out a lot. And just like Texas, things do close early. Like the lights are coming on 1:30, 1:45. The nightlife is pretty cool. I've been to some really fun spots. I had a lot of friends there, and I was able to do things a lot. Shout out to Naila. So I was able to actually do things and go out. There's a lot of fun spots out there. So the nightlife is cool, again, if you're like a going out, like a club type person. I know San Francisco has a really big like club scene, like really big club scene, and I used to go to a couple clubs in San Francisco, but San Francisco is far from me. Like San Francisco would be like a 45-minute drive, and then like at night 2 o'clock I'm going home and I'm drunk. Like I'm not trying to do that, you know. It's a far drive. Like I'm trying to get home ASAP and go to sleep. So that I stopped doing that. I stopped going out in San Francisco because it was just too much. As well as I just got over the whole going out type thing. I'd rather go to a Dave and Buster's type spot, like a fun, more experienced type place, than a club place where people just looking around. So that's just not my cup of tea anymore, y'all. So the food and culture. The food there, I really believe that they're known for, in the Bay Area, I think they're known for Mexican food. And I actually grew to really love Mexican food when I was in California. Like even when I go back and visit now, like I know the spots that I'm going to because it's just so good. So I am like a big Mexican food lover now. The culture there, it is extremely diverse. There are so many people. Texas is kind of like that as well, although Houston does have like a big African American community. And so in California, I really didn't find that. I had like a lot of mixed friends. I had like different race friends. I had friends that were like mixed with Mexican and Filipino. I had like strict Latina friends, like full Latino friends. I only had one full black friend. Like, they were just all mixed up. And I mean, that's cool in a sense. I do believe that California is very diverse and racially integrated, which is really cool. I think that's so dope. Being in Texas and being in California, it definitely opened my eyes. I was ignorant growing up in New Orleans because that's all I knew. That was all I ever had saw. So when I did, like I said, move to California, I was open to Cambodian, to Korean, to Chinese, to Filipino, and realizing the difference between all of those different cultures, as well as Mexican, Spanish, El Salvadorian, Guamanian. Like, there are so many different cultures out there. And so California definitely opened up my eyes. Would I suggest living in the Bay Area? I would suggest living on the outskirts of the Bay Area, not directly in the Bay Area, because it's really expensive. I would say work there, make your money there, definitely, because they pay really well. But do not spend all your money on rent. Don't make all that money to have to spend it on rent or housing. Go further out and find cheaper alternatives to housing, because living inside of the Bay Area can get really, really pricey, and you want to keep your money, not spend it. So if y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't give me a thumbs down. It's just my opinion, y'all. It's just my opinion. I'm just kidding. Do what you feel. But like I said, this was just my opinion. If you guys did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. And I will definitely see y'all next week.